Hello, everybody, and what do? Here with another analysis video requested by someone named Korego. I believe I said that right. Korego or Korego. I don't know if it's a Spanish thing, but yes. So today we're going to look at Peach versus Toon Link. This Peach player has been struggling with this Toon Link, and they wanted my insight. So as usual, we are here to improve the right and correct the wrong. So, if you guys are interested in having me analyze a matchup yourselves, you can message me in my Discord, in the description below, or if you're in the Peach and Dating Discord, you can just message me through there. And I do give lessons, but for the rest of March, the lessons are $5 an hour. And then once April 1st hits, the lesson go back to the usual price, which is $10 an hour. So if you're interested in that, yep, message me. So with that out the way, let's see what went down in this matchup here. Oh, cool mods. I already see a mistake already. Do not approach like this for... Where were you? What's the distance she was at? Okay. Okay, so you're over here. Do not approach like this. Granted, he did land, but in general, don't be approaching like this. Because you can see he did this. And you could have got punished with like a nair, fair, something. But either way, don't approach like this too much. Oh, another thing. A lot of people don't know this. This is more of a tip. You don't have to block that. Well, in this situation, maybe. Actually, no. Just crouch. If you toss it like that, just crouch. But generally, if a boomerang or an arrow is coming at you, you can nair it. You can ground float nair, ground float bear. So you can use that while at the same time getting close to Toon Link. Because generally, projectile type characters, you want to be close to them. That is your mission. Once you get close to them, they can't freely use the projectiles, or safely. So now you mostly have to worry about their normals and aerials. So yeah, you don't block this. In this case, you could have ducked, but if they do it like ground level, arrow and boomerang, just ground float nair or ground float bear. And at the same time, just move forward, get closer. So you get like a free approach. Okay. I'll cut you out of it. I was gonna say you probably could have moved or whatever, like you put yourself in a blocking position, but you were dealing with the boomerang coming at you. I could see he thought it was gonna hit you, and then he was running towards it, so it's like, you know, alright, whatever. Let me see, could you react to this here? No, because you was a dash attack. I was gonna say that'd probably be a perfect position for you to like ground float nair bear, but yeah, now you know. Like, there's no need for you to like block. The only thing you really can't block, well, the only thing you really can't nair or bear is if they fully charge it, or if nearly fully charged the boomerang, because that's gonna be hard to react to. But if they just toss it like right away, the boomerang and the or the arrow, if they just let go of the arrow right away, you're at the spot where you can punish. Oh well, cancel it out with like your Nair Bear. And you put yourself in a bad position doing this. Because I believe he was on the stage, right? Yep. He was on the stage, and then you decide to do this. Now, I see a lot of Peach players, Peach and Daisy players, they just burn their flow selected, they just stall. Now, the proper response for this, in this case, Toon Link, is to stand where he is or be a bit under a platform. Because if you try to land onto the stage with either an air dodge or an air attack, he'll be at the right position where he doesn't even need to block, and he'll just punish you out of it. Or, if he's good at it, parry. So yeah, all the opponent has to do is wait. Peach and Daisy play, they usually do this because they want the opponent to go out there and chase them. And then, once they do that, the Peach and Daisy player have an opportunity to get back onto the stage with not much struggle. So yeah, that's why players do that. But yeah, all he has to do is just like wait, because the flow's gonna be gone. So you're either gonna land on stage and either air dodge or attack, then the opponent can hit you, or you grab the ledge. And he timed it right, and look, see, he hit you. Stay here. Do not get a turn up. Like when you hit your opponent, you want to chase them. Like chase them, stay under them, stay around the landing zone, right? Don't waste time getting a turn up. See, in a situation like this, getting a turn up, it's not so bad. Now this right here, I would have ran and probably, where did you jump? Would have stood right here, because he already burned his jump. So now it would be a situation where he comes down swinging. Well, I don't know, maybe like an air dodge on attack, and then you be at the right position where you can punish his landing with a turn up. Like you don't even need a block. But the fact that you did this, you miss. But even then, you should have just wait for him to land. See, now you're in the corner. Dead? No. I don't. Again, the stalling with the floating. Let me see. Alright, I'm gonna picture myself at this Toon Link, right? The moment I see that, could I have just waited? Yep. Could have just waited. And then he decides to go out there. Like, he somewhat had the right idea, but no. Could have just waited. Especially, he has a projectile. He could have just tossed a boomerang at you. Or jump and shoot an arrow. There was no need for him to do that. But yeah, he could have just waited. But that's why a lot of Peach and Daisy players have that habit. Because people don't wait. Oof. Okay. Yeah, moving around too much. To a point where he can grab you. So you gotta be careful when you're trying to bait stuff. Messed up there. Okay. You try to volley. Yeah. It's not a common thing. You picked up a turnip. You grabbed the turnip, and I know you try to fish for another one. But the fact that you ran right underneath the platform and Z-Job to get another one, you should have did that where you were instead of moving up. It took way too long. And now he's here, and now you're forced to block. Oh no, actually you ran towards him and then blocked. Yeah, you put yourself at a disadvantage. Yep. You could have picked up another turret in place, and then when he lands, you know, just move whatever. But yeah, you put yourself at a disadvantage. And nearly died for it. Okay. I see now. This was a good use of your floating. Because you did that. You floated real quick. And then you started drifting. Like, I do this too. So yeah, that's good. I wouldn't do it like too often because, you know, in case you get hit. But either way, if you're gonna like use your float, do it like as a mix up or something, and you did, and now you're back on stage. So good. Yeah. I think off throw would kill you by now. Yeah. Now this is a range where you do not want to be trying to attack, especially with fair. It's a really bad habit. That's what a lot of people do. Like fair, 18 frames above your head. Like the hip, no, not 18, 16. It's frame 16, but the hitbox like over you. And when the hitbox gets like in front of you, it's like 18. So it's too slow. And the average react time of a human being is 15 frames. So basically, if where you were here, the opponent can react to you doing a fair, especially since you're getting close to them. Oops. Yeah, especially since you're getting close. People are like, oh, they're gonna come and attack me. Let me move out the way and, you know, get ready for it. Which in this case, the Toon Link just timed a forward tilt and just hit you. But yeah, at ranges like that where the opponent is able to react and counterattack you, do not approach with fair. Wasn't close enough. Wouldn't have hit anyway. Nah, cause you did that. Nah, you did that too early. So even if you was under him, that wasn't gonna hit. Alright, so for characters like Toon Link that have aerial burst options, and what I mean by that is they have a move in the air that just brings them to the ground like really fast. Like Toon Link, Bayonetta's there, Bowser and Yoshi's down B. Stuff like that, right? You do not want to be directly under them. So here is what you should have done. Wait. Sorry. Here, you could have stood where you were. Like, don't do anything. Now, the reason you should have stood here is because if the opponent jumps, you can chase, like get closer, like where the landing spot is. So if Toon Link was to jump to the right, you can start moving towards the right and be around his landing zone. And then depending on what he does, you can punish him. Or if he doesn't jump and he decides to attack out of hit stun, which in this case, he jumped and then did that. The moment he would have done that, if you would have stood where you were, you could have punished his landing. So around these percents, where anything you do after the attack you hit can't combo, just literally wait. See if they jump, and they jump, follow them. If they attack out of hit stun, just wait for it and then punish the recovery or their landing lag. In this case, he jumped and then immediately did a dare. But either way, if you would have waited, you could have punished him for that. See, this is the thing. It's another habit. You're in a bad spot, right? So he does that, and you try to fair to fight your way out, and he's under you. So you get hit with that. Now, you try to come down with a fair instead of chilling out and being patient and grabbing the ledge. You were doing that earlier, but now you kind of like want to fight your way back. And you end up taking, look, unnecessary damage. was gonna say you were doing good, and then you burned the float like you burned it. And see, now you got hit. Now, I'm not sure if you jumped, if you still have it. But now you don't have a float. And you're at 106. And he saw some projectiles at you. See? Float's gone. So now you have to do this. And seeing where you were. See, hit you out of it. He could have had a bomb. He could have grabbed the bomb and tossed it down at the right time, or even Z-drop and maybe even combo off of that. Like, he has some potential to kill you now. Oh, you should. Oh, never mind. But still, you should probably throw him off stage. See, that's the thing again. Yeah, well, we already talked about it, so we're gonna move on. But yeah, those situations, if the opponent just waits for you, you're screwed. Also, another tip: you're going for this, and it's not working out for you that much. This time it did, but you could have died for this. Because Toon Link, he is at 35%. So if you hit Toon Link, okay, cool, which you did, you're back on stage. But if Toon Link hits you, and depending on what he hits you with, your stock is gone. You got to look at your percent. And your percent tells you the risk / reward of what you're going to be doing with your attack. So the fair, it wasn't worth it because the risk is high, your reward is minor because, you know, he's at 53. So yeah, when you go for stuff like this, look at your percent and be like, is this really worth it? Because if he would have hit you, depending on what he would have hit you, he would have died. Also, another thing here, as I explained earlier, you hit him with the fair, and instead of chasing him, you get a turnip. So he probably could have landed on a platform or something. I don't know why he air dodged towards you. And then the fact that you blocked, now you give him free shield pressure. Which in this case, what you could have done, ran back. As you're running back, do a ground flow bear instead of shielding. Yeah, it could be tricky to do. See? Yeah, if Toon Link would have waited, he could have killed you. But like high level, even high level players, I see this. Like high level P-Stage players, they do that. And the opponents don't punish them. Because, well, the opponents don't wait. So at times they get back onto the stage for free. And that's why a lot of people have that habit. Okay, good wait. Yeah, you're being in the air too much. Yeah, doing this, you're in the air too much. Doing stuff like that, a smart opponent, they'll just wait for you to fall down and just start throwing projectiles at you. In this case with the Toon Link. I shouldn't say that. Cause I'm not saying like this Toon Link is not smart. I just mean like theoretically, the proper response is, you know, literally just wait. In this case with Toon Link, he could just throw projectiles at you. See, this is why. See, try to calm down with something. Try to land in the landing zone, and he just called you out where you could have just backed away. All right. So that's that match. The other one was the other match you want me to look at was at 15:09. Just had it. There we go. is the last match you're gonna look at. Shoot, went down up in here. Let's see, unnecessary blocking. Was it? So either way, you could have pulled away. But yeah, now you know. Boomerangs and arrows, uncharged, just bear it. And yeah, you're picking up turns at the wrong time. Yeah, see, if he does this, literally just move towards him. Like, if he's charging it, just start moving towards him. You decide to double jump. You could have got it like a bit closer. But yeah, if he does that, start moving towards him. And yeah, that's the one where you don't try to bear. Let me see. How fast does it go fully charged? Maybe you can bear it. Yeah, it's not worth. It'll have to be a hard call out. Like, you see when he charged, when he shot his arrow, and you got close, something like that. You know, you're a bit closer now. So yeah. Yeah, just remember, stuff like this is not a combo. So when you go near the opponent, especially characters who have aerial burst option, they're most likely gonna use it. So just wait for them to do that, and then punish it. But yeah, when you can't get any more combos, don't go up there and try to hit them, because again, the opponent can react. So the moment they see you trying to go out there, they might double jump, air dodge, or in this case, do that. Literally wait for them. Yeah, see, you tried to fair. Like, right here, you're this close. Fair's too slow. Just pull away. Like that. There you go. Okay. Good recovery. You gotta be more patient when you're in the corner. Cause see, he's like playing games with you. Cause you're doing too much. Okay, so you get up, you down tilt. Then you do this. And then boom. See. You gotta be patient in the corner. You don't want to attack too much. Like, see what the opponent is doing, how to try to keep you in the corner or hit you to knock you back off the stage. And yeah, that float was bad. Yeah, Toon didn't even have to do that. He could have just tossed a bomb at you, tossed an arrow, like probably charged up the arrow bit, toss it, a boomerang. But yeah, we already went over this. And you getting back onto the stage for free because of it, again, is why people have this habit. Like me, I always wait. Always. Like if I'm in the Ditto and I see a Peach Daisy player doing that, I'm gonna wait for a float to be gone. There's no need for me to chase them. Because they're just chilling there. Like, just wait for the resource to be gone. Then as they get close, they're most likely panic to an attack or an air dodge. Or they might be forced to recover in a certain way, depending on where they are. And it makes it easier for me to edge guard them. You only flow like that if, one, you don't have a choice. Oh, good catch. Like, you're too far away, and you gotta get close to the stage. Or if you sense your opponent being really aggressive, then yeah, you float stall, because they're just gonna come at you. The counterplay to you float stalling is for the opponent not to go at you. Okay. Oh, you tossed that way too early. Oh, speaking of tossing the turnip, you should fight with a turnip in your hand more. I don't see enough of that. See? You almost died for it. Like this right here. Float stalling like that, they can either wait for the float to burn, or if they know you're gonna sit up there and stall, wait for the last minute for you to drop and then just boom. Yeah, I don't want to bring this up again. If you're gonna run back, do a bear, like a ground float bear. Just try to run back and pull a turn up. And now you're most likely going to be on the defensive, right? No, you pulled away a little bit. So, yeah. Either way, he kind of Either that or you pull away. Like, it wasn't too bad, but still, you could have pressured him. Because now he's like towards center of the stage. Alright. Good snipe. Oh, you had the right idea. You had the right idea. He just air dodged. See, if again, man, if he would have just waited, he could have stood right here and just wait. Like, see how he's just chasing and you're just going by? That's why people have this habit. It's not hard to punish that, but players, I don't know, they have no chill. Like, they just always want to do something instead of waiting. Like, you put yourself at a disadvantage, and people don't wait in a case like that. So you get at a disadvantage for free. When really you should be taking damage, and depending on your percent, your stock should be gone. Oh, you need to be careful with doing that. Well, that worked out for you, but still. Because he could have set that off with, like, maybe a bomb or something. But either way, it was kind of worth, because he can't really attack you. Because if he does, yeah, you take the damage, but you saw what happened. So somewhat in a situation like that, it was kind of worth, but still, you kind of blocked unnecessarily. You could have just kept moving. Which I think you blocked. Yeah, you need to move around more, buddy. So you're here. Move. See, this is nothing. Why it's bad. Another thing, you burned this flow way too early. Way too early. There was no need for you to do that. And again, this Toon is not waiting. He's going up there. Like I said, just why people have this habit, man. See, if he would have waited too, right there in that situation, he could have, like, he could have just waited there, right? And if you're drifting towards him, you want to come up for an attack, you just move out the way, you attack, punish you, whether you do that or air dodge, or if you drift away, like, you would drift it pretty far too, man. He could, like I said, he had to do his weight. He probably could have took your stock. But yeah, that's why people have this habit. Like I said, I see it in top level play. Peach players, Peach and Daisy players, they do this and the opponent don't wait. Like, every time I'm waiting, I'm always gonna wait when I knock somebody off the stage to see if they dump air dodge or whatever. And I'm not even a top player. I'm not even top and I do that. A lot of top players, they don't do that. That's why people have these habits, man. But there you go. That's the end of that. So overall, the advice that I have is stop burning your float like that. Like, just floating there and stalling. You need to move around more. Like, most of the time you're approaching from the air, it's not really getting you anywhere. So you gotta mix aerial movement with ground movement, right? You need to do that more. Also, fight with a turn up your hand more often. Like, don't always throw it, because when you have a turnip in your hand, the opponent is most likely gonna be on the defensive because they think you're gonna throw it, right? Like I said, you could approach the opponent with a turn up, and then do like a reverse ground float bear. Use your aerials, you know, all that. What else? Oh yeah, you can crowd float bear the nairs. And oh, excuse me, I am a little out of it now. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm a little bit under the weather, so sorry about that with my voice. But yeah, you could do ground float bears and nairs to punish the boomerang and the arrows. But if the arrows are like fully charged or near charge, don't even bother. Like, you see him do that, just literally float towards them. because he has to let it go. Yeah, that's basically it. Like, just increase your movement overall, mix ground movement with area movement. Stop floating, burning your float early like that, or even in like in a neutral state. If like you're both on the ground, you just float and like sit there, like don't. And if you hit your opponent at low percents, to a point where you cannot get a combo, go near them and just wait. See if they double jump or come down with an attack, and then you can just punish them from there, depending on what they're doing. And usually in this case, with Toon Link, if you come up with like an area or something, dude, it's a free punish. And when you hit your opponent, do not grab a turn up. Literally, the moment you hit your opponent, no matter what percent it is, like with that low percent, you know, just stay near them, see what they do. But if like mid to high percent, they go flying, chase them. Don't waste time getting turn up. Literally, just chase them. The only time where if you hit them, they grab a turn up, like if they go off stage, and depending on percent, like you can just grab a turn up because you won't be able to edge guard them. Like depending on the percent of the situation, distance. By the time you try to go and edge guard them, they could probably just grab the ledge. So in that time, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna grab a turn up, and you just proceed to like ledge trap them. Just stand at the right spot where they to do a get up attack, regular get up, roll onto the stage, jump off to the ledge, you know, whatever. You be in the right position to punish, and if they do something like out of fear as they're getting close to you, like air dodge, attack, you know, be at the right distance where you don't have to block, and you can just punish with a turn up and then follow up after that. Saying when you hit the opponent, if they're at low percent, do not try to go and attack them. Literally wait for them to do something. If they double jump away, follow them. If they double jump in place, just stay right there. And if they double jump towards you, depending on your stage position, you can back up a little bit or just go under them and go to the other side. And yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, and I think I mentioned like the floating, but yeah, don't float too much with there. Though in this match, I don't think he was doing it too much. And the times where you did do it, it was alright. So pick your spots, but basically, do not do approaching theirs, like floating theirs as an approach, if the opponent can react to it. Just think about it. If you're at a distance where you do this and you say to yourself, can I react to this? If the answer is yes, most likely the opponent is going to react to it, so don't do it. And the fairs, yeah, lay off the fairs. If they can react to a fair, same thing, ask the question, am I able to react to this fair if I was to do that at this distance? If the answer is yes, then yeah, don't do it. Or sometimes people have like slow reacting time. But on average, the distances that you would do in the fair, most people, even if the reaction time is not that great, they'll be able to react to that. So yeah, don't. So yeah, don't do that. And there was times where you were trying to fight your way out of hit stun or whatever, and you went to Toon Link and you did a fair, he punished you for it. Yeah, chill out with that. But yeah, that's all I have for this. So hopefully this was helpful to you, and you do better against Toon Link or this particular person if you know who they are. So that is it. So thanks everyone for watching this. Thanks to my new subscribers I got through my recent videos, as well as my veteran subscribers. All you guys are freaking savages, and I appreciate every last one of y'all. Until next time, bye bye.